can see that many gamers like to dabble with various highly rated TV series, and some of them wish that they could be experienced with a mouse and keyboard or a controller in hand. That's why today we are going to be hypothesizing about the best TV shows that would make amazing video games. Rest assured that we will not be mentioning any spoilers that might ruin your viewing experience. We would also like to thank each and every fan that took the time to respond to our Facebook post about this topic. So without further ado, let us have a look at 10 of the most game-worthy series and how they could be adapted for the fans of the ever-so-cherished interactive medium. Sons of Anarchy revolves around the story of an aspiring motorcycle gang leader named Jax, who tries to change the way his club operates. Imagine this game as being one of those famous open-world titles developed by Rockstar that we all know and love. The player could start off as a club member and work his way up to becoming president, exactly like in the TV series. Along the way, the player could have fun with various side quests and continue the story beyond the main storyline presented in the show. The true-life story of Pablo Escobar, the greatest drug lord Colombia and possibly the world has ever seen, is the subject of the Chronicle-like TV show Narcos. A telltale game kind of approach towards the intricate storyline this series offers could be a feasible idea. Maybe you could play as the main character or as a secondary role like you do in Telltale's Game of Thrones. It would be interesting to see where you would end up after making some hard decisions during key moments of dialogue or scenes. In Prison Break, Michael has to infiltrate the penitentiary in order to break out his brother Lincoln, who is on death row for a murder he didn't commit. Similar to the TV series, the plot of the game could feature an open-world RPG gameplay where the player could team up with other friends and explore life in prison as well as on the outside. As you progress through the game, you can unlock more powerful abilities or make allies that will definitely come in handy in later missions. A series of unusual events is triggered by the disappearance of a young boy from a small town. Dark government agencies, secret human experimentation projects, and malevolent supernatural forces surface and break the normality. Stranger Things is categorically good material for a survival horror game, with multiple playable characters and an immersive gameplay that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Because the hero in Stranger Things is a brave girl, the impeccable writing and gameplay for The Last of Us would suit it well. Saving people, hunting things, the family business. The extremely popular show centered on the Winchester brothers' story about life as a monster hunter could very easily morph into a modern version of a Witcher-style game. Create your own hunter, start with a crappy car and basic weapons, and travel the backroads of America in search of cases. Work your way up to fake IDs, earn money through credit card scams, and ultimately have the main storyline crossing paths with the Winchester brothers. Besides the unique approach that Telltale had towards adapting the already globally acclaimed TV series Game of Thrones, this franchise surely deserves something more. Maybe a mix between the RPG elements found in Mass Effect and the fighting style and enemy promotions featured in Shadow of Mordor would result in an enjoyable gameplay that takes you all the way to the Iron Throne. Or perhaps you could become one of the 3 Dragon Riders that were prophesized in the old books. The saga of the famous Viking leader Ragnar Lothbrok and his obsession with conquering numerous territories has the potential of being reimagined as an open-world RPG. Not unlike the popular Assassin's Creed 4, the gameplay would have the player travel between continents on his Viking longboat and raid villages. You could build up Kattegat, dive into the fantastic Norse mythology, make allies and, of course, enemies. If you manage to prove yourself through the valiant fighting, you'll ultimately be worthy to dine with Odin in Valhalla. Wouldn't you like to be the one who knocks? Hopefully, some very talented game developers take the already well-written plot from Breaking Bad that centers on a terminally ill chemistry high school teacher turned meth overlord and turns it into a very enjoyable GTA-like experience. The player would dive into a very deep and intriguing story together with his partner Jesse, with which you can switch places and continue the plotline just like in GTA 5. Besides the ever-vigilant police, you'll also have to deal with all sorts of crazy rivals. Just like with Game of Thrones, Telltale has already beaten other potential developers to the punch, but let's imagine a different gaming experience for the Walking Dead series. Maybe the player could enjoy a better rendition inspired by elements from both Dying Light and State of Decay. You could partake in daily supply missions, huge open maps, building walls and defences to keep out other rival raiding parties, and of course zombies. Who doesn't love zombies? Like with many other entries on our list, this one also has huge potential of becoming a successful video game. The ingenious story set in a technologically advanced future where people find excitement in visiting a Western-inspired theme park populated with androids could have you play either as a guest who seeks to find answers or as a host on its way to achieving sentience. Probably a mix between the RPG elements of Fallout 4 and the Western look of Red Dead Redemption would yield the best results when it comes to gameplay. This was our list, theorising about the best TV shows that have the potential of becoming video games, and we hope you've enjoyed our video. If you did, please press that like button as we do appreciate it and it helps us immensely. We often ask our audience for suggestions to compile these lists, and if you'd like to contribute, please follow Frag Hero on Facebook. You can also post other interesting shows and the type of game you think they should be in the comments below, because we do read pretty much everything. Now would also be a good time to encourage you to subscribe, because we upload new stuff all of the time, so subscribing will keep you up to date with all of our latest videos. You can also check out fraghero.com for more gaming related articles, but until next time, thanks for watching and have a great day.